Marginal class, we start at the very bottom of the socioeconomic pyramid, since they literally live at the lowest level of society. You might wonder, what's so bad about being born at the bottom of the pyramid? Unfortunately, if life were a game, they'd be playing in legendary mode. Here, there are no luxuries, no comforts, and certainly no life planning. The only goal is to survive day by day. Today's priority is to have something to eat, and tomorrow, well, we'll see. In terms of food, it's rice with whatever you can find or whatever you can mix with rice. Hygiene is water when available and soap when it shows up. Education? Some manage to graduate as experts in how to use the internet without the internet tutorials. That was a bad joke to lighten the mood. Don't roast me. Sometimes the daily struggle is much tougher than we imagine. So never laugh at these people and always remember how important it is to lend a hand to those in need. Everyone has their story and no one deserves to live in these conditions. Poor class, we've moved up a step. Hygiene here is valued at a whole new level compared to the marginal class. And education? Education. Completing basic studies is a major achievement, and the dream of going to university often feels distant but not impossible. Some families will sell their souls if necessary, just so their children have the opportunity to study and live better lives. Yet over time, opportunities are dwindling. Typically, they are used by employers as cheap labor due to their needs and low education levels. Life opportunities feel like a movie full of surprises, but the goal remains the same: to keep moving forward. The future for this class may seem uncertain, but the focus is on enjoying the present without worrying too much about what lies ahead. Life plans here revolve around making the most of what you have and finding solutions when things don't go as planned. Vacations? Sometimes a walk in the neighborhood park is the best option. Sadly, lower class. We've taken another step, and at least there's formal employment here, or something that resembles it. This class is highly experienced in juggling multiple responsibilities, like applying for jobs non-stop and learning to cope with exhaustion. They've graduated from the school of life. They specialize in long shifts and are true masters at stretching every penny. While they know what it's like to receive a paycheck, it doesn't mean they can relax. Their small luxuries are limited to enjoying a meal out. And as for stability, it's still uncertain. Living with just enough is part of everyday life. When they talk about controlled debts, they mean managing them without needing to sell the motorbike to pay them off. Unfortunately, society is increasingly accepting these lifestyles as normal, as if this is what we were born for. Each generation must be taught the importance of valuing themselves and striving to improve their lives instead of ending up in the hands of exploitative employers, lower middle class. Here, you can start to breathe some quality of life. They have more stable incomes, and while money isn't abundant, they no longer live with the constant worry of what they'll eat tomorrow. This class are masters of budget-friendly vacations, and if the plan includes a swimming pool, that's a luxury. Buying a new phone is the event of the year, even if they'll spend the rest of the year paying it off. Family gatherings celebrate the fact that they at least still have decent jobs. A university degree is a major goal, but it guarantees nothing except more loans. The dream of the lower middle class is to study something that pays well before turning 40. I tell you this with a humorous tone, but the saddest part is that in most cases, this is the reality. Middle class. The middle class is that calm yet cautious layer that has enough to feel comfortable but always with a slight worry lingering. They have their own cars, their children go to decent schools, and they can access healthcare without too much stress. Stability is within reach, though abundance is not. Savings exist, but are only for emergencies, or, if luck strikes, for a good discount on an iPhone. Education is important, and graduating is an attainable goal. Getting a degree, finding a stable job, and if the stars align, landing a permanent contract is the dream. Stress here revolves around securing the future for their children and maintaining their level of comfort. Luxuries and occasional indulgence like a bigger TV, a good brand phone, or a small vacation. Life in the middle class is comfortable, but always with the hope that something better is on the horizon. Professional middle class. In this class, things improve significantly in educational terms. Here, a university degree isn't enough. The real key to upward mobility lies in building a solid career through postgraduate degrees, masters, and even doctorates. They have the capacity to climb socially, but not in any field. Their rise isn't toward instant wealth, but rather a better professional position. They secure more stable and better paid jobs, improving their status in the labor world. Stability is higher, and the much desired financial tranquility feels more attainable, though there's still a constant worry about the future. They travel occasionally, own their own cars, and indulge in small monthly luxuries like a designer watch or a weekend getaway. However, despite all the apparent comfort, student debt continues to lurk. For this class, higher education has shifted from being an option to becoming an obligation in order to maintain their lifestyle. Upper middle class. As we climb higher in this pyramid, we reach the executives, business owners, and professionals of the upper middle class. This group not only owns a car, but a type of car that makes everyone turn their heads as it passes by. International travel is part of their annual calendar, staying in hotels with a star or two. Though stress is still present because climbing is difficult and falling is unthinkable, life here is comfortable with that touch of magazine glamour. And let's be honest, the only reason they go abroad to study is to post that picture on Instagram in front of the Eiffel Tower. As for their children, some don't graduate because they are the brightest. They graduate because their parents bought the degree or because their socioeconomic status had an influence on their grades. For this class, a diploma is not only an academic achievement, but an accessory that can't be missing from the wall, because who would dare invite you to dinner without it? It's not always this way, but for some, the true luxury of this class is maintaining appearances while continuing to climb that pyramid of success, where what matters is not what you know, but what you can flaunt. Human beings are sometimes foolish, and money enhances that foolishness. High class, luxury cars, dream mansions, and properties that look like they belong in a movie. These people don't even know what it means to not have a balance. If they want a new car, they simply buy it like it's a morning coffee. When it comes to hygiene, their products seem more like luxury accessories than functional items. Who needs regular soap when you have champagne shower gel? Their bathroom has more mirrors than a clothing boutique, and the shower water is probably filtered, just in case a little sweat ruins their perfect skin. In terms of education, university here is more of a hobby than a challenge. They enroll in prestigious universities, not because they need it, but because it's expected of them. Having a university degree is like owning a luxury watch. It's not needed to tell time, but it certainly gives prestige. Their goals are simple: have more than everyone else, but with class, of course, without showing off too much, while filling their calendars with exclusive dinners and international trips, delegating everything that doesn't interest them in their world. Work is nothing more than an excuse to do nothing. If something interests them, they delegate it, and if not, they simply indulge in hobbies like golf or collecting expensive wines. Economic elite. Finally, we reach the top of the pyramid where the elite class resides. Here, life possibilities aren't many, they are all. Money doesn't even have value for them. It's just there, available to continue buying houses, cars, and yachts that they couldn't even count. For them, a crisis is merely a concept in the stock market, something that doesn't come close to their bank accounts. The true merit of this class is not in having a university degree, but in maintaining that untouchable family name or personal brand. Here, studying isn't about learning. In fact, they don't care what you know, just who you surround yourself with. And we're not talking about the contacts you find on LinkedIn, but the ones you meet at exclusive dinners. In the end, having a university degree only serves to show off and give meaning to their professional trajectories. These people don't just influence decisions, they decide governments. If they wanted, they could buy the GDP of several countries without breaking a sweat. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe for more interesting content. See you in the next video.